Hello again and welcome to marble CD072207. I've been working on this design all week. It's another request design. This will be a planet being devoured or being sucked into a vortex. I'm going to try and keep this marble relatively small. Little prep work. Made the planet. This is just some colors. You can see it, maybe I zoom in like this. Just some colors that was swirled around, pulled, folded back on itself, condensed, just to make like a swirling planet ball, which we will implode. And then we pulled some strings. Well, we'll back the imploded planet with disco sparkle. Pulled some stringers of some green, orange, caramel luster, and that's the black ivory, which we will use as a backing. First things first is to get a nice clear gather, a little over half the size of the finished marble, maybe 3/5 of the finished marble, and Maria that out, and we'll put the planet right in the middle and start the implosion process. That'll be step one. I have Maria'd the gather and placed the planet dot relatively close to the center. Don't worry if you're a little off the center, because that will give us a more spiral effect when we go to do the vortex. Rather large dot. You want it to take up a big chunk of the middle. It's a little larger than the one I've been doing earlier in the week. I think the planets have been a little small on my previous attempts, but I've just been fine-tuning. So basically we're going to work that down in and start the implosion process. Give it a 2-3 good implosions using this technique here, the elbow up technique. And then we will apply, once we get a couple of good implosion cycles, we'll apply the disco sparkle, which will give us the effect that the planet's being ripped apart into little pieces as it's being sucked into the vortex. Alright, so now we'll just start imploding this. I back the planet with the disco sparkle. Finish the implosion. Now we're going to cone shape the end there and draw our lines and do a vortex. You see the planet in there with the disco sparkle on the back of it. Sucked down. It's pretty thick. That'll stretch out when we twist and pull the vortex. So now to shape the bottom with the cone shape and start drawing lines. I have the cone shape and applied the first set of lines. 5 star there, 5 lines of green. And I found it's easier if you go ahead and work these all the way down and before you lay each layer of lines on, that way you don't trap air in between the lines. So basically just work these down and continue to use the graphite there to keep the cone shape as you're doing it, and then just layer on more lines and more lines until it's fully covered. And then we'll twist and pull a little bit. All the lines have been drawn, and I back the top of it with the black ivory, the rings around the top there. That's just to fill in any of the gaps between the tops of the lines. I'm going to attach a punny to the back side. Keep the flame on the right around the ring, and between the ring and the clear side. And do some twist and a little pull and terminate the point. And then we will apply the backing to the vortex. Looking good so far. This is after the twist and pull. We've terminated the point there, created our vortex. Now we will back the vortex with clear to filler to create the shape of the vortex, and then we will cover that in more of the black ivory, and then we will decorate the back, shape it up, stick it in the kiln. Right now we're going to work on the filler, the clear around the we want to make it about the same diameter. We want the right hand side around the vortex to be about the same diameter, a little less than the lens around the planet. Alright, we've applied the clear filler. You can see about the same diameter on the vortex side as we do have on the lens side. Now we're just going to work this all together. Don't worry about bubbles, because this is all going to get covered up with the backing. So we'll work this all together and then start to shape the marble, heating up again in the center and pushing, fattening up the center and kind of rounding it out. And then we will cover up the clear filler and decorate the back and finish shaping it. Here I rough shaped it, got a little fatter, and then applied the backing to the vortex using that black ivory. This will create kind of a striped effect. It looks pretty neat. And now we'll shape this up. We'll do some peacocking on the back there. We'll detach it from the rod, shape up the lens side, and stick it in the kiln. See what it looks like. I've decorated the back with 2 concentric circles of 8 in green, capped that with a clear. Try and keep the color from burning, bubbling. And then 1 big dot of orange. Hopefully this will give it kind of a sun looking effect when I peacock it. An orange clear disco sparkle, big glob of clear. So we'll try and get the end cap to be relatively big, and it will hopefully have a sun effect when we peacock that. That's what the backing is going to look like. Go ahead and work these down, peacock them, put it on a punny, remove the rod, shape it up, good to go. There it is on the final punny. You can see down in there the vortex and the planet being sucked down. We'll pop it off, stick it in the kiln, cook it up, take a look at it when it comes out. Overall, I like it. It turned out very nice. Alright. Let's see what it looks like when it's done. And here's the final product. Not bad. Fresh out of the kiln. Let's see the vortex turned out very nice. Peacocking turned out nice. And that's the planet being sucked into a vortex. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the blog, CD Marbles, CDMARBLEZ.com. See you next time.